Good morning everybody, I hope we're all doing very well. Now as you can just see, I've just prepared this fine 5-star meal. Number one of the day, we're going in with 2 big boy bagels. We have got 4 egg whites, we have got 2 eggs, and we have got 8 turkey rashers on here completely with a nice little bit of tomato ketchup. Now today guys, as you would have seen from the last video, which was I believe my full day of eating on the rest day, today's actually deadlift day, so I am going to just try and produce as much content as possible and just make sure that I can keep up to date with absolutely everything. Now like I've said, today's deadlift day, so we do need to fuel up. I am training around 2 PM today, 2:30 PM, 3 PM, something down that sort of line. So I do have enough time to get in 3 meals before I do go in and deadlift. Whether I do take in 3 meals will be the different story, because sometimes I find that if I do take in just a little bit too much, I struggle to brace, I struggle to get the belt on nicely, and I don't really perform to my absolute best. So with that being said, I might just take in 2 meals, then we'll go and obviously hit some deadlifts. We are looking for a 1 repper today, so with that being said, a full on all out RPE of 10, 1 repper. I am desperate to get back up to the more so 7+, 7.5 plates marker territory, so it's going to be brand new. We are going to obviously back off as well with a paused set, just like the past few weeks again. That's been really helping me focus on my drive throughout my hips, and also focusing on the explosiveness and pulling that slack out off the floor as well. But of course guys, without further ado, I'm not going to let that meal get any colder than what it actually is right now for me. Just preparing it, film it for YouTube, film it for you guys, but of course I'm just that consistent content creator. But of course I hope you do enjoy it. If you do enjoy this video, please don't forget to drop the video a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and let's go on with this day. Anybody that does remember into the last off season, or just my extended off season that I did take prior to prep 2022, this was something that I did actually intake quite a few days even throughout the week, just because of the taste. It does taste unbelievable. So we've got like some sort of korma sauce here. Per around 75 mils of this korma sauce, there's literally like nothing in it, and it just tastes everything so much better. We've also got another packet of basmati rice under here, just because pre-workout guys, I like to keep it nice and simple. I like to keep something that will digest relatively quick, and from around here till around maybe say 90 minutes time I will be on the platform deadlifting. So again, we like to keep it nice and plain and simple and basic of course, and we've got 200 grams of your finest chicken breast in there as well. So we just need to move it 1 hole back. This is like the last thing that you should expect to do in your off season, but somehow my belt has become less tight and less supported, so we've had to change the holes in my buckle belt, which, like I've said guys, this is something you should only expect to do throughout prep whenever your waist's getting super small. But it's something we're doing today. It's deadlift day, so I'm going to get this sorted. I'm going to take some Train Smart, I'm going to get my supplements ready, and I'll catch up with you when we get to the gym. It's deadlift day guys, like I said to you already, we are heading into Ultraflex Durham today. So we're back home, we are back on home soil. I say that because we were at Rotherham last week. As you would have seen by my last deadlift session, I took 290 kilograms for 4 reps. The hard part about it is because we're not using the exact same bar every single week, because it's essentially impossible to know which bar I'm using, because they're both Texas deadlift bars. One's a little bit older, one's a little bit newer, one's a little bit more kind of flexy and whippy, one's a little bit more stiffer. So with that being said, it just means it's a little bit harder for me to find out exactly which one I am using, unless I just sometimes strike it lucky and I use the whippier one, because to be honest guys, it makes it a little bit easier because I'm just used to that whip a little bit more. However, if we don't get to use it, we don't get to use it. We still make it work, so that's one of the biggest things that you have to kind of remember, that if you're not getting to use just the exact same equipment that you're using on a weekly basis, if you're in the kind of similar position to me, then you just have to make it work. It's as simple as that. We don't really beat around the bush and moan about it. It's just something we've got to make work. But today's deadlift day, I'm not really too sure exactly what I'm going to go for. I would like to, realistically speaking, be back up in the 300s again. Whether we feel good enough to do so today, the temperature is really cold as well, so we are going to have to go in and get warmed up, etc, etc, etc. But regardless guys, it's back day as well, so we will be hitting a majorly big back session post deadlifts. But deadlifts are the priority today. It's Saturday, it's a big day. These days are totally different to any other day, like throughout the week. Even legs, like the preparation for such a session is always going to be so much different to any other session, just because we are setting a standard and raising the bar of what can actually be done as a natural bodybuilder, not just a natural athlete. Because I don't train for powerlifting, I don't train for strongman, I don't train for specific deadlifting or pulling heavy stuff off the floor. I just need to remember that as a natural bodybuilder, with the way that I train, I can't then just be setting limitations on what can and can't be done on such a movement that's maybe not classified as a movement for hypertrophy. So that's really all I'm saying. But regardless, guys, we're gonna get to the gym now. We're gonna get the head on more than ever. We're gonna go into that mode of just deadlifts over absolutely anything. We're not gonna think about a single thing else.
Come on! So, okay, come on! Come on! Okay. Let's fucking see this.
Let's see it! All the way up! Up! Grind it out! Grind it out! Grind it out! You know it's there! You know it's there! Good. One. Easy, 3. Come on then. At least 1. And again.
1.
Yes. Grind out.
Being super honest and super real, they should never have been as hard as that, but when we've got to get our body primed to a specific loading for a specific rep range, a specific tempo, intensifier, whatever it is, we've got to go through a few hard sessions before we go through a few easier sessions. So with things like the 320 single, yeah, it was super fucking hard and I thought it was going to break me in half, but for me to prime my body for that sort of weight and just literally a single, you guys know how hard my first reps always are. So to get my body ready for that, I need to be working relentlessly hard, and I mean super relentless. I mean week in, week out, day in, day out on that sort of stuff, to be able to perform at that sort of weight, that sort of rep range, condition my body for them sort of reps. But you've got to get used to that, and that again is the problem, guys, because nobody wants to go through that sort of pain. Nobody wants to go through them emotions that you really need to tap into on that sort of loading, on that sort of set. So just before you get yourself wrapped up in all of the fancy stuff, get good at that sort of shit. Because trust me, if you get good at that sort of shit, you'll improve. And not just on deadlifts, you'll improve on fucking everything. But deadlifts are done. Deadlifts are done. Now we can train some back.
Good. And then
got a training partner that's got tiny legs.
Good. I'm working on them.
So guys, fast forward another day. It's the day after deadlift day, and surprisingly I am feeling absolutely fresh. But the reason behind I didn't jump on the camera last night, I didn't film absolutely anything at all. It was just purely down to the fact that I had such a good session. We ended it on a very good high. I had a good back workout as well. After deadlifts, I wasn't even feeling pretty fried last night, but I just literally wanted to chill, so we never filmed a single thing. However, today, again, like I've said to you already, I am feeling fresh, I'm feeling good, and before you know it, we are going to be back on deadlifts again. Now, what I took from yesterday's session was I do struggle a little bit off the floor. Now, whether I do put a little bit more time into actually focusing on pulling the slack out first prior to actually pulling, I don't know. However, I know that that's where my weak part is. I know that that's where my weak point is of the deadlift move itself. So I am going to incorporate in some deficit deadlifts throughout my midweek sessions. So whether I do them every single week, it'll just depend on my recovery from, of course, legs, because I do actually train legs just a couple of days after deadlifts themselves. So whether I put them in every single week or just over the odd time, because I know that that's only going to benefit me if I do start putting in some deficits, that will, of course, just time will tell really. So I will obviously include it within some YouTube videos, and of course it'll be more so dominantly across my Instagram if you are interested in watching them regardless. However, that's just going to wrap this video up right here. I don't want to include too much stuff in the video. I would rather keep it to a point where we're going to be keeping it between the more so 12 and 15 minute marker, because realistically speaking, I've seen that that is how my videos are working a little bit better. I know that you guys really don't want to be sitting through 20-25 minute plus videos, because really, who else is going to do that? However, don't forget to drop a comment down below, guys, if there's anything you would like to see on the channel, and of course if these are the type of videos that you do enjoy a little bit more in terms of the timings. But again, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new, because of course we're still on the road to 10k. Drop the video a like, and I'll catch you all in the next video.